Hello everyone, and thank you so much for your interest in the Visiting Teacher Program. The California Department of Education, or CDE for short, is very proud to be a sponsor for the U.S. Department of State's Exchange Visitor Program. Since 1986, the CDE has sponsored over 2,500 teachers from Spain and Mexico, and in any given year, the CDE has between 80 to 125 active J1 teachers participating all throughout the state. Participating districts have realized many benefits for their students, as documented by their continued requests for bilingual and biliterate teachers to serve California's high percentage of Spanish-speaking students and the growing demand for bilingual classrooms. The purpose of this recording is to give interested local educational agencies, or LEAs for short, an idea of the commitment to participate successfully in the program and how to begin the process. So during this recording, we will cover the background of the U.S. Department of State's Exchange Visitor Program, or EVP, collaboration with consulates and the Secretaría de Educación Pública, or SEP, in Mexico, and the Ministerio de Educación y Formación Profesional from Spain. The agreements of collaboration, the California Department of Education's responsibilities, local educational agencies' responsibilities, credentialing requirements, and the selection procedures. So some background on this program. The Code of Federal Regulations Title 22, or 22 CFR Section 62, states the purpose of the Exchange Visitor Program. The purpose of the Act is to increase mutual understanding between people of the United States and the people of other countries by means of educational and cultural exchanges. And all exchange visitors will be registered in the Student and Exchange Visitor Information System. And you can find additional information about this on the J1 Visa website, which is https:// visa.state.gov. The CDE is the designated sponsor, and the U.S. Department of State approves the program redesignation every 2 years. The CDE has active memoranda with Spain and Mexico, and in order for districts or charters to participate, they must sign what's called an agreement of collaboration, where they commit to supporting the visiting teachers. The call for teachers goes out in November, and teachers apply in their home country, and once they're hired by a local educational agency, they may remain here for up to 3 years, with the possibility of extending for an additional 2 years. The CDE has a memorandum of understanding with both the Secretary of Public Education and Mexican consulates in California, and the Ministry of Education through the Education Office of the Embassy of Spain in the United States to provide this program. The CDE works closely with both agencies to conduct this program, and the respective educational agencies of both countries provide support and/or training to the visiting teachers. The CDE and the education officials from Mexico and Spain also support the monitoring of the program. The Agreement of Collaboration is the official document outlining the responsibilities of both the CDE and the LEA. The original document is due in early March of each year, and the document is signed by the appropriate officials of either Spain or Mexico, the CDE, and the LEA, and we'll cover a lot more of the content on the following slides. Some responsibilities of the CDE as the designated sponsor are to assure LEA compliance with regulations per 22 CFR Section 62, ensures teachers understand all program requirements, expenses, and possible expenses, conducts official communications with the U.S. Department of State and Homeland Security, and conducts assessments to select teachers for LEA interviews. The CDE also prepares the DS 2019 form for J1 non-immigrant status, and teachers will arrive in late July. Continuing on with the CDE's responsibilities as the designated sponsor, the CDE validates entrance and provides teachers with orientation, monitors visiting teachers in collaboration with LEAs, assists both teachers and districts in complying with all credential requirements and the initial letter of eligibility, assist LEAs with teachers' salary placement, and a salary evaluation will come from the CDE in early August. Ensures teachers complete their annual cross-cultural activity, and you can see that document on our website. Assist teachers and districts with 4th and 5th year extension applications to the U.S. Department of State, and also assist teachers as they exit this program. Now let's move on to some responsibilities of the local educational agencies. Interview and select teachers. LEAs may interview teachers in person in Spain or Mexico during the designated week, which is around March or April. LEAs must offer employment contracts in order for the CDE to process their paperwork and to obtain a J-1 visa. LEAs must also place teachers in English language development positions, bilingual settings, and/or Spanish as a foreign language courses. Please note that English-only instruction assignments are not accepted. LEAs must also involve the school's community and other interested parties in the decision to hire visiting teachers. Communicate with teachers before their arrival, and assist teachers with their arrival to the U.S., housing, transportation, Social Security, and the Department of Motor Vehicles. The first 3 months are the most critical, so ensuring a smooth onboarding and completion of paperwork ensures that teachers may begin their positions in a timely manner. LEAs and teachers must pay careful attention to the paperwork that is being submitted to governmental agencies prior to starting teaching. Incorrect paperwork completed by the LEA and/or teacher could delay the teacher beginning their assignment. Housing is generally much more expensive in the U.S., and that delay in pay can cause unnecessary stress on all parties that are involved. Continuing on with some LEA responsibilities, it is really important to ensure proper teacher onboarding to the LEA, who will provide a preliminary contract while waiting for the CDE to provide a salary evaluation. LEAs should also inform principals about the program and connect them with these teachers. Ensure ongoing communication with check-ins with teachers and the CDE, and this might include check-ins with their placement, their direct supervisors, any issues in or out of school, and monitoring, which might look like setting a meeting location, giving schedules, etc. LEAs must provide an extensive orientation to cover the following topics: instructional program and classroom management, expectations, the evaluation process, timeline and requirements, credentialing application, fingerprinting and induction, life and customs in the United States, local community resources, other aspects to facilitate adjustment to work and life in the United States. Please also reference the State Teacher Retirement System exemption according to California Education Code, Section 22601, as well as the Medicare and Social Security tax information provided by the IRS. The 2024 Department of State survey results for California's visiting teachers showed that 97% of visiting teachers felt that their experience in this program was either somewhat good or extremely good. It is important to note, however, that anywhere from a quarter to a third of teachers said that their mental health was impacted by dealing with job stress and burnout and/or culture shock. Therefore, it is important that prior to applying to hire visiting teachers, the LEAs should ensure that they have the staff committed to making the experience of the visiting teacher as excellent as possible. The CDE Visiting Teacher Program team sees the following as best practices for LEAs participating in the program. To ensure the best experience for both our LEAs and our visiting teachers, the CDE recommends that LEAs contact teachers early and often. As soon as the teacher has been offered and accepted employment, the LEA should reach out with information about the district and school, as well as some housing recommendations. Close to a third of teachers shared that they had issues with housing. Another third of teachers surveyed said that they had difficulty completing their credentialing requirements. We recommend that the LEA train and assign one credential analyst to help ensure that the teacher is on track to completing the credentialing process at the end of the 3 years. You may access the CDE Visiting Teacher Program webpage in order to access the online LEA application, as well as the due date for that application. The webpage will be provided at the end of this recording. In the event that the demand for the program participation exceeds the number of teachers available to hire, the CDE will give priority to LEAs with a high number of vacant bilingual teachers, LEAs with high percentages of English learner students, and LEAs with the capacity to provide outstanding support to visiting teachers, as evidenced by the commitments made in the application and/or by previous visiting teacher experiences in the LEA. The CDE will also consider the California School Dashboard data when ranking applications. If you have any additional questions regarding the Visiting Teacher Program, please visit the CDE Exchange Visitor Program for Teachers webpage at https://www.cde.ce.gov/me/exchangevisit.asp. You are also encouraged to contact the CDE Visiting Teacher Program team at vtp@cde.ca.gov. Thank you again so much for your interest in this Visiting Teacher Program.